Is the biggest barrier to the UK future the UK government? Let's assume for a moment that Starmer, Reeves and the other one aren't complete blithering idiots, and let's give them credit for understanding basic cause and effect, GCSE level economics if nothing else. Which raises a serious question. If they're not thick, why are the decisions coming out of number 10 and the Treasury so obviously damaging to jobs, business and economic growth? Now, either they don't know what they're doing, which is not ideal, or they do, and they're doing it anyway. Let's go with that second option, that they're following ideology, because it makes more sense. Not one of them has run a business. Not one of them has had to manage cash flow, payroll, late payers and rising overheads. So when they announce employers' national insurance hikes and call it a tax on employers, they don't seem to realise the incoming damage on employees. Higher national insurance? Obvious result. Slower hiring, fewer promotions, fewer jobs. And who does that hurt? Working people, the very group Labour says it exists to support. That's the same with pensions and inheritance tax. From April 27, they're scrapping the exemption that keeps pensions out of IHT. People have spent decades planning around that rule, but Labour wants to change it after the fact, retrospectively. That's not policy. That's theft by admin. None of us like tax, but most of us accept it's part of life. What we can't accept is being told one thing for 20 years, then being punished for believing it. Trust is fragile. Break it and people stop listening. And then there's the petty stuff. You take £10 a week off someone's benefit here, cuts to heating support there, which damages lives but barely moves the dial on debt. It's like the grasping communists in number 10 are more driven by envy than economic sense. They hate success unless it's their own. They love spending, except on basic services here. They'll guard Ukraine's borders but can't manage Dover. And the rest of us? Overtaxed, underdelivered and fed up. Well, we are left wondering,